I used to know the words to this song. I don't know it anymore. I used to know the lyrics to that shit.
Hola, amigos, and welcome to the Markout Mania.
Yeah.
I am Pedro Boyedro, a Texan Spaniard, and we have with us James, the Extreme Sorno, aka Jim House. How are you?
I'm doing good. Ready to rock. Lots to get into.
It's Shark Out Mania week.
Yeah.
Shark Out Mania, and you
Yep.
can't have Shark Out Mania without the God of Thunders is King Dark. How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Zeus has been on it though. He's been all in for Shark Week.
I've been pretty much.
Yeah.
And hey, Echo Gate Studios in his house. He says, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, I'm here for the Crazy Train Real American mashup. Oh man, let's see how this works.
Be Brian Blair.
I can try to remember. Anyways, I don't think I can mash those up right now. I'd have to think about it. But what's up? What a week. So this week we had Malcolm Jamal Warner, aka Theo from the Cosbys, died. Then Ozzy Osbourne died. Huge pop culture icon for our generation, right? Ozzy Osbourne dies. Then out of the blue, Hulk Hogan dies. And the same day that Hulk Hogan dies, Chuck Mangione dies.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's nuts. It's funny how Ozzy Osbourne has a wrestling collection to me. Wrestling connection to me because I was introduced to Ozzy Osbourne by the Road Warriors because they used Iron Man.
Right.
Oh yeah,
and Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that song is awesome. Who does that song? It was Black Sabbath. Ozzy Osbourne. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I started learning about him. Like everything has a wrestling connection for me, at least. You know?
I knew of Ozzy and Black Sabbath before a wrestling connection, but for me personally, but I'm much more musically minded person.
Well, yeah, I grew up in the South Park, so there was no Black Sabbath.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, your grandma was hitting you in
Yeah.
your fucking shoes.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Did you? Phil Collins is in hospice care, and it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's nuts.
He was commenting on the passing of Ozzy Osbourne this week. Like I was like, oh, Phil Collins is talking about Ozzy Osbourne's passing, and then a day later they're like, oh, Phil Collins is in hospice. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, but we lost. But putting Terry Bollea aside, Hulk Hogan, not Terry Bollea, but Hulk Hogan, probably was the most influential man in professional wrestling. I mean, he transcended everything. I mean, Hogan's face was everywhere in the 80s.
He is the biggest. He is the biggest star wrestling has ever had. Yes. Anyone who says differently is being intellectually dishonest, or they're just like mostly ignorant.
And he was the face of two separate wrestling booms for two separate companies. Hulkamania in the 80s and the revival with the NWO and WCW in the 90s.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
What's also crazy is that he was still really popular when he first got to WCW.
Yeah.
The industry was changing toward anti-heroes and cool bad guys, and
I mean, we could talk a lot about Terry Bollea the person, but I'd rather focus on Hulk Hogan.
I was gonna say let's not do that.
No.
Right? No, because
Let's not do that.
there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who say a lot of shit online, and I don't like to speak ill of the dead. You know what I'm saying? So Hulk Hogan, the character was, he put wrestling on the map for a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people, he was their childhood.
Oh,
I mean, granted, I was never the Hogan guy. I always hated Hogan because I was a Flair man, but he was the person that I loved to hate. He was Hulk Hogan. I couldn't stand him because I was Ric Flair.
Yeah.
I've said before on the show, I've said it more than once. My brother and I were Hulk Hogan fans. There are always other people we liked more, true,
Right.
but we were Hulk Hogan fans.
My mom is a huge Hulkamaniac. I had to buy a Hulk Hogan T-shirt back in the day, and fucking red and yellow, and yeah, brutal.
How's your mom taking the whole deal?
She was shocked. I mean, she had a hard time accepting the fact that he did all the things that he did, but she was shocked that he passed, So,
Yes.
and, her take was, I don't care about all the things he said and done. In my eyes, he was Hulk Hogan. I'm like, yeah, I got you, Mom. I got you. All right, Junior, pipe down.
Okay.
But the thing is we were coming out for WWF. They were coming out of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation era. The time with Backlund was coming to a close. He was still really popular back then. Which is why it kind of worked so well to have, Iron Sheik go over on him to set up, ushering in Hulkamania.
Well, I had to school a little bit of these millennials and Gen Y, Z, or whatever the fuck you call them. Because, contrary to popular belief, Hulkamania did not start in the WWF. Hulkamania started in the AWA. Mean Gene and Hulk Hogan was in the AWA. All Vince did was he took Hogan from wearing T-shirt and jeans and put him in a suit. He dressed up Hulkamania and he brought Hulkamania to the national awareness. But it started years before Vince. So, I mean, Hulk Hogan was already over. Vince just took, he just, he put the electricity in it. He changed the batteries. He shined it up.
He was with the AWA when he did the Rocky 3, right?
Yeah.
No, because
he wasn't.
Fired him for doing Thunder.
Well, yeah, because
that's right.
Yeah.
Because I want to say he was in the AWA twice. Maybe briefly for the second time. Let me look it up here.
Well, then he got fired because he didn't want him to do the movie, right?
Right. Because they ended up, he kind of broke kayfabe in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the story was that Thunder Lips breaks kayfabe in the movie.
Yeah, I go get studios. I agree. Hogan and Bockwinkel was good stuff. Real good. I mean, how many dusty finishes they had? Hogan leave the arena with the belt only to be given back the next day. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah, so actually Hogan, we forget Hogan was a heel.
Yeah.
And wrestled in WWF from
1971. And him and Andre, Shea Stadium.
Yeah. And so then he went to AWA 81 to 83. And then back to WWF.
Didn't he wrestle in Memphis two times?
Yeah, I think earlier than that. Yeah.
Earlier than that? Okay.
Because that was one of Jerry Lawler's big brag things was that I beat Flair, I beat Hogan.
Right. That's right.
There,
in your backyard, you beat him.
there's when they were doing the stuff in with Jerry Lawler and Kerry Von Erich with the world class AWA thing.
Yeah.
Towards that pay-per-view and stuff. There is that music video with that Bon Jovi song. I'm a cowboy and I'm still horse I ride.
Yeah.
Wanted dead or alive. So
Dead or alive.
that they had that song playing, and it had clips of him beating up Hogan, clips of him beating up like all these people. So yeah, I remember that was how I knew he had beaten up Hogan before. Was from that music video. I'd never seen the match, but
I just remember a lot of the Hogan stuff in the AWA. But Brian to refer was like I should refer to with Bachwinkle, how he would seemingly win the world title, and then the AWA World Heavyweight Championship only to be taken away from the next day. I mean, how many times they did the Dusty finish with that match? And that was a Vern Gagne thing. Because he said publicly stated he never wanted a non-wrestler to hold the title.
and
I mean,
which is one of Vern Gagne's great short-sighted stupid things.
yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
Because that's what started sinking his company.
Yeah.
Is not staying with the times. I mean, and another thing here too is if Hogan had won the AWA World Title, his fucking resume might be undeniable.
Yeah. Because he was the very first IWGP Heavyweight Champion, wasn't he? Or that version?
Well, they changed.
Yeah.
It's not the lineal one that's out now.
Right.
It was the first IWGP title that was an actual Grand Prix tournament once a year.
Yeah, the tournament title, right? Yeah.
Right. That's how it started, and then eventually they turned it into an ongoing title, which is very confusing because, yes, essentially he is, I mean, there's, you can't lie, he was the IWGP champion, the first.
It was just him and Inoki traded. They just traded that belt, and that was it, right?
Just had it one time.
Right.
But hey, by the way, as Zeus told us in the chat yesterday, the New Japan World, you can watch a number of Hulk Hogan matches for free on there currently.
That's nice.
I watched an Andre versus Hogan match from that list, and it was interesting because it was like 15-17 minutes of just stalling, bear hug, front face lock, and like punching. That's like the entire match. And the crowd loved it. The crowd's like chanting Hogan, Hogan, Hogan.
I know there's a lot of best crowd reaction to Hogan matches, but way back when, him and Savage, him and Ultimate Warrior, but the best crowd reaction to a Hogan match I've ever seen is when he had him and The Rock in Toronto.
Yeah, WrestleMania 18.
That crowd was nuts for Hogan. Like nuts.
They have a non-stop Hogan matches on one of the WWF channels right now.
Yeah, the Vault.
Oh yeah? The Vault. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. I mean, his I've never rooted for Hogan in my entire life except for one time. The one time I wanted Hulk Hogan to be Hulk Hogan is the day he turned heel. And I was so mad. So the one time I rooted for Hogan, he formed the NWO. But again, perfect. He was the guy. Perfect guy for it.
Yeah, that was the biggest heel turn of all time.
Thank you, Zeus. Yeah, this John Cena shit sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that the angle where John Cena turned was fine. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good angle, but the follow through was bad.
The follow through was bad.
Because nobody hates him.
Right? Yeah, I mean,
Right,
it's
right,
true. Yeah, no
yeah.
one hates him, but yeah, nothing's going to compare with the NWO angle. Like nothing's going to compare with that for that
No,
sort of
No,
thing.
but
I
even
agree.
like even like other heel turns, like when Paul Orndorff turned on Hogan.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was awesome. Saturday Night's Main Event. Yeah.
That was huge, and then they sold out Toronto for like 70,000 or something like that, 65,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something I think some of these guys that came along in the early '80s, they just didn't quite, like that event was so huge with Hogan and Orndorff because of Hogan and Orndorff.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Right.
could have put 7 or 8 other matches of whatever the hell you wanted. People were going to see that main event.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to see Hogan Orndorff. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I remember when I was younger, how dare Mr. Wonderful turn on Hulkamania, you know?
How dare you?
Jeff Jarrett was big into helping the development of the Hogan persona. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
He
I
might
wouldn't
mean
be
Jeff's
surprised.
dad.
Yeah, Jeff said, yeah.
No, I can't remember his first name, but
the other thing is
Jerry Jarrett.
Jerry, that's it.
Is you go way back, and he started out as the Incredible Hulk Hogan when he was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, yeah.
And he shaved
Listen,
atomic mushroom cloud, bomb mushroom cloud in his chest hair.
yeah.
The Hulk
He wore a cape.
was directly taken from Marvel Comics, The Incredible Hulk.
That's right.
It caused them to have to come to an agreement with Hogan and eventually WWE, where there was like a co-licensing where Marvel was getting money off of that.
Fucking Vince. I am a real American.
I just had a question. So I know I only saw Hulk Hogan live once. Did y'all see him live? I imagine.
Yeah, I've seen him live a few times. Yeah,
yes.
at the Garden.
So I saw him at War Games, 96. War Games 98, a terrible fucking match. I think that's it. But that was a huge match, the War Games 96. Because Sting turned against, he turned his back on
Yes, Sting turned, yeah.
And walked out.
Yep. So he did the interview with the back facing the camera. Remember that?
I think that was after all that, but yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I had it up to this. I had it up to here with this place.
But oh no! I saw Hogan at Monday Nitro, December 1995. Hulk Hogan and Sting in the main event against Ric Flair and Arn Anderson.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And
nice.
And this was on one of the best of Hogan, or it was on the best of Nitro, which was all Hogan matches. That match, I'll never forget. Before the match started, they had a commercial break, and they brought out a cart full of Hogan merchandise to give to the crowd: bandanas, T-shirts, and foam fingers. And the crowd in Charlotte ripped that shit up and threw it back in the ring.
Woo!
Some people kept it, but there was Michael Gary Capetta standing in the middle of the ring, and he's getting hit with ripped up foam fingers and torn T-shirts and shit like that. It was, Hogan. I don't think he ever publicly said it, but he really didn't like coming to North Carolina. He didn't like coming.
Oh, I'm sure. Come on, man. That's flag country. I mean, I remember. I used to have to, it was almost daily at one point in my youth where I thought I'd have to start fighting people because everybody and their mother was a Hulkamaniac. Everybody was making the people were buying yellow T-shirts and writing Hulkamania in black Sharpie, and they putting it on their head. And I was going around wearing the bathrobe. I'm like, no, I'm Ric Flair. I'm the best. You know, I'm gonna have to defend Ric Flair. I didn't even know the guy. I got to fight for him. So it was Hogan. I could see him not being liked at all in North Carolina. But I saw Hogan at the Garden a few times. As a matter of fact, I've told this story where uh, in my very first, I think, actual wrestling match was the Warden Stubble Score. You know,
Oh, the MTV special.
yeah, I didn't know I was going. I was, it was a surprise, and Hogan was there. You know, but I
Him
saw
versus
Hogan on the
Piper.
house. Yeah, I saw Hogan on the house show. He was fighting. I wouldn't call it a fight per se, but it was him and Big John Studd doing something stupid. But yeah, there's some stuff I've seen Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah, though when I saw him, it was a SmackDown taping in April of 2002.
Is he doing Mr. America?
No, he wasn't doing Mr.
Oh.
America yet. This was after WrestleMania 18,
Oh,
and
okay.
he was getting the standing ovations at every show he went to. I think
Nice.
Houston gave him like a 7-minute standing ovation that night,
Nice.
and I think it was him and Triple H versus Chris Jericho and someone. I think Kurt Angle. I think it was Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho versus Triple H. Hulk Hogan was the match on that SmackDown.
I am a real American.
Yeah, it's a huge pop culture, icon for our generation, and other generations. It's just wow, it's been such a big week.
Well, even people who didn't know wrestling, I knew who Hulk Hogan was.
Right. Well, yeah, he was wrestling to people. Yeah.
I think another thing too that you really look at his success was, of course, it was part of that Vince McMahon WWF machine, right?
Oh yeah.
But I think the most important thing were his bad guys. Like,
right.
You look at the guys that Hogan went up against. They're all huge, larger than life, just incredible, villains. I mean, when you talk about, like we said, Orndorff, Roddy Piper, King Kong Bundy, Andre
Yeah.
Bryant, Macho Man Randy Savage, Mr. Perfect, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I mean, it's just like there were so many people that people just hated that were, that went against Hogan and, put him against, they put him down, but they couldn't get the win, or they couldn't get the belt. I mean, Bobby Heenan, dedicated his life.
Yeah.
For the most trying to end Hogan.
And in two different promotions.
And that came right. I was just about to say that, Pedro.
From the AWA, and then
that came from the AWA as well. Yeah.
But then he kind of, when Hogan was part of WCW, and the Brain was on commentary, he wasn't quite so hostile to him anymore.
No. Yeah.
Maybe because he hated being in WCW, but
Well, yeah.
I don't blame you.
He was just collecting a paycheck at that point.
Dumbass stuff going on back then, but
No.
You mentioned Andre the Giant. It's pretty interesting. Like, a lot of wrestling builds up off the past, Well, it's like everything. Everything builds up off the past, right? And Andre the Giant is like he has to have his sort of pop cultural status to sort of launch a Hulk Hogan in a way. Like you kind of
Yeah.
need that to have happened for Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania to have happened. And the way that WrestleMania 3 comes about, and it's so crazy. Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant wrestled a bunch of times in
Yeah.
the
And
old
slammed him a bunch of
WWF
times too.
and Japan and this and that. And then they still managed to build a match between them at WrestleMania 3 where people were like, who's going to win? They all like this match has never happened before.
Right.
And,
He's going to be the first person to pick Andre up. Like, what?
and you know that angle where Bobby Heenan got Andre the Giant to turn on Hulk Hogan. And like he like grabbed the cross on Hogan's neck and he like pulls it off and like his nails scrape like Hogan's chest and there's like blood dripping off his chest and Roddy Piper's like what's your answer is he gonna accept the challenge? He's like yes and all that and people are going nuts. That's a great angle.
Yeah it is.
Yeah, that was huge. That was, after WrestleMania 3, I'd never heard so many people in my high school talking about wrestling. Because so many people, it like just ended up getting WrestleMania 3 on closed circuit or whatever, pay-per-view, whatever it was at that time. And I just remember so many people, because I was one of the two biggest wrestling fans, and I just remember people, asking me all the time about that.
That was huge. Yeah.
And see, my thing was too is like Andre had him, could have he had the disputed, pinfall attempt because when Hogan went for the first body slam and Andre came down on top of him, probably me and Bobby the Brain Heenan were both like, that's a 3 count. That's a 3 count.
Yeah.
Hogan.
And they milked a few more things between them. They had that Survivor Series deal where Andre eliminates him at the Survivor Series, right?
Mm-hmm.
In '87.
Yeah.
And then you get the main event match where Andre wins the title off Hogan.
Yeah.
And he tries to sell it to the
DiBiase. Yeah.
And then you get a match at WrestleMania 4. You get one more match as part of that tournament. They both get eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get SummerSlam. I forgot. Then you get SummerSlam. Andre and DiBiase versus Hogan and Savage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The feud that never materialized where I always wanted to materialize. I always thought could have been the biggest thing ever, but they never. In both WWF and WCW, it was never fully flushed out. Was Hogan Flair? They had him twice, and it was ho hum to say it was just ho hum.
Yeah, because they started out with a house show and Flair won by count out.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, that could have been the biggest thing, but it was just ho hum on both companies.
Well, they had a lot of matches against each other in WCW.
Yeah, but it was never the feud. It was never the matches.
So I think because it didn't happen that first time in the WWF in the early '90s when Flair went there, since since it missed that first chance, you never get that first chance again. So it's not going to be the same like when you have it in WCW. The context is important. Context is important. It's like when we talk about Sasha Banks / Mercedes or whatever. As Mercedes, she's nothing, right? She's just nothing. She's not going to move any needle except for the hardcore wrestling fans, right? But as Sasha Banks in the WWE, she suddenly has value, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, Hogan versus Flair in the WWF never happened before. Or, they make like a whole program around it leading to WrestleMania or something. That would have been something people would remember forever, right? Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair in XYZ, WCW show is not the same. It's just not the same. It doesn't have the same impact. Like it just doesn't have the same impact.
No.
Yeah. R.I.P. the Hulkster. But I don't know. I think there's a man who could be greater than Hulk Hogan. He's on the path. He's on the path.
I know where this is going.
He's only been on one show so far, but we need to get him on other Stark programs. Okay? He needs his own series.
He's been on some other ones in the past, hasn't he?
I don't know, but I need to find this guy. But Dickie, that is the man.
So guess what? So we thought we kind of like discovered Dickie.
Yeah.
Dickie was in Air Jaws the Hunted.
Really?
Yes.
I don't remember him.
I know. He looks a little different and he's not so wild and crazy, but yeah, he was in Air Jaws the Hunted. He was one of the two experts that they were talking to a lot in South Africa.
No.
Uh-huh. I just watched it last night.
Oh, I got it. I thought we discovered this guy. I thought Zeus and I found this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to punch him in the face or shake his hand at first. I was like, what's wrong with this man?
No, I think he probably, break your hand.
Yeah.
Because, that guy's he's crazy. There are a lot of these guys are crazy. That dude that's missing his arm and leg. Yeah,
that guy's just fucking stupid.
He's crazy too. He's gonna get eaten. That guy, some other shark is gonna finish the job because that guy's.
I think Dickie's one beer short of a 6-pack. He's a little nuts.
He's a little nuts, but he ain't.
The other guy's gonna get eaten. Yeah, I mean
that guy. Look, in one of those shows, the dude gets on a surfboard. And he
was on a seal sled and it was sinking. Remember that?
Yeah, but this is worse. He's on a surfboard being towed with a fucking chunk of fucking tuna on a line behind him.
Oh my god! What an idiot! Yeah, he's just begging to die by sea. Yeah, the guy got a death wish.
So,
Shark Week, baby. Zeus, yeah, it was awesome.
So I watched Bull Shark Showdown last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of interesting, and like they're trying to balance like entertainment and research, and they're trying to make it a little less dry, but without it being, I think they think that it's not as over the top as some of their other stuff.
Well, all we gotta do is watch Dancing with Sharks. How about that? Was over the top. That was horrible.
Terrible. Don't ever do that again. Ever. Don't ever.
And you know what Zeus said that show was made for? He said that show was made for people who like Love Island.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, they're going for the women in the Love Island.
That show is horrendous. I was rooting for the Sharks to bite somebody's hand off.
Right. So Bull Shark Showdown, they were essentially comparing and contrasting bull sharks from the United States and bull sharks in Australia.
Mm.
So they turned it into this weird little competition, and the dude missing his arm and leg ended up having to get like an American flag tattooed on his ass because the American bull sharks won the competition.
That guy's got his death wish, Zeus.
Yeah, I know. And they said next year they're going to do a tiger shark showdown.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Great White Reign of Terror was really good. So back in the late 50s, I think they said it was, there was like a really bad October or November in South Africa on the eastern coast, where there were several shark attacks all in a short amount of time. And then now they've been having shark attacks again on the eastern coast of South Africa. And, of course, the culprits are, port and starboard for chasing the entire great white population of South Africa away from the western coast where Seal Island and Mossel Bay is, and chasing them all the way around the coastline to the west side. And what it's doing is, like, the great whites, they were showing how they've kind of had to change their hunting behavior because they have to keep a lookout for any orcas coming around.
Don't fuck with port and starboard.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, is port and starboard have taught other orcas how to catch, kill, and eat great white sharks.
Savage.
Yeah. And so part of the problem with the great whites being around there is they're forcing other smaller shark species in closer toward the beaches where people are getting attacked. So yeah, it's been a real problem. So that's a good one. I like that one pretty good. Florida's Death Beach was pretty good, James. Stay the hell out of the water.
I wanted to see that. Well, that's why I've never been in the water in Florida. Only the pools. So no, thank you.
Yeah.
But you know what gets me, Zeus? Remember the show we were watching? And the guy kept saying, "Oh, look at that great white! It's only 16 feet. Only?
Yeah.
Only?
Yeah, they kept wanting the damn things to be bigger,
Yeah, I'm like, you know what a 16-foot great white shark looks like up close and personal? It's just a fucking monster. Only?
Yeah. Well, when we watched that, the tourists, and that one tourist that got attacked by the 12-foot long tiger shark, that was bad enough.
Yeah.
And I mean those guides and safety team were way too slow. I mean, he came around that corner, that tiger shark turned, had its pectoral fins pushed down, which is one of those signs of aggression, and was coming up behind those divers that had no idea it was there, because they're, when you're looking at a mask, you have a very limited field of vision.
Yeah, no shot in hell, man.
And that poor woman that got bit in the back of the head, thank God, she wasn't, hurt, or killed. The aqualung saved her life, but of course, she wouldn't have been down there without one.
Yeah.
But
they just took her head, cleaned them off.
Yeah. But that was.
But it was only 12 feet, too. So it was only a 12-footer.
Yeah, it was only 12-footer. Yeah, it's like just like it's 5 adult grown men couldn't do a damn thing with the fucking thing. Sitting there trying to push it with those stick things, and I'm just like,
I
like,
no, man.
Jesus
Come
Christ,
on.
somebody
Stop.
fucking,
Stop.
Yeah.
Call Aquaman. Do something. Stop.
Call Aquaman.
Stop.
Great White North invasion was good. There's a big military ship they sank up in like Nova Scotia,
Mhm.
and it's become a Great White like hangout. Like they've tagged sharks up there. They're literally spending more time around that wreck than they are anywhere. As the season changed, they go all the way to Florida, but they come back up there. So it's pretty interesting watching that one. And there was like they were all getting ready to get in the water, and there was two different great whites made predations right there in front of them, less than 5 minutes apart. And the one girl, she's like, I'm scared out of my mind. I don't know if I want to get in the water. And they're like, oh, it's gonna be all right. Come on. And I'm just like, who the fuck told you?
Nah, man. No.
Jaws versus Mega Croc. The stuff about the crocodile was pretty interesting. I didn't know a lot of that. But really no new information. That's definite. You could definitely skip that one.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Great White Shark Assassins, that's got port and starboard in it, as well as, like I said, that Great White Reign of Terror, it's got another predation from port and starboard on a smaller, like they said, like 12-foot Great White. They completely dwarfed the damn thing. But
so skip that, huh?
No. Great White Reign of Terror. Definitely watch that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then the other one, Caught, Shark Strike Back. That one had some pretty scary ones. That's the one where they had the woman getting bit by the tiger shark.
Right.
But they also had these 3 teenage girls in a tandem parasailing thing, and they're like in the Caribbean somewhere, and they're up there and they're looking down and they're starting to see a bunch of sharks underneath them, and the ride is coming to an end and they're screaming their heads off.
Oh man,
because they're seeing multiple sharks, and I mean you can't tell 3 panicking 12, 13-year-old girls to calm down, right?
Right.
They are scared out of their mind. One girl said she passed out for a minute while they were up there, and because they had a camera right beside them on the rig, and so you even see they show you where the damn sharks were, and then when they hit the water, of course they're kicking and screaming, and the sharks are in the water swimming all around them, and then they said luckily a gust of wind picked them back up, and they got reeled into the boat without touching the water again. But that was definitely watch Caught, Shark Strike Back.
Okay.
Now Frankenshark should have been on Sci-Fi. Okay, because they take 3 shark experts, okay, and then they build their own Frankenstein shark, right? It's the only thing I have a problem with really is they didn't lean into it enough. They should have all been wearing lab coats, and it should have been
having electrodes in the background.
Yeah, they should have had a set. Dr. Mindbender back there, and
that would be hot.
But because the monster shark they come up with the end you look at that, and you're like, yeah, I'd watch a movie with that in it.
Yeah.
You know, oh god, Expedition Unknown, boring.
That. Yeah.
So boring. Like the first 20 minutes is recapturing the New Jersey Devil thing. And they're like, oh, what kind of shark would come up in a river? Would it have been a great white shark? And they keep showing great white shark footage. It's like, no, look, everybody that's watching Shark Week knows that you're full of shit. We all know it was a fucking bull shark or more than one bull shark responsible for those attacks, especially at least one bull shark going up a river. Not great whites are not going up a river. You know,
Yeah.
bull sharks are. Don't it was probably a bull. It wasn't probably. Don't they fucking shot and killed one. Finally, it's like Jesus, don't tell
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding here.
I was really insulted by that one. I did not finish that one, and because that one was like that, I skipped Expedition X. I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, eh.
Yeah.
I was like, should I pass by this? I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna pass by this.
Yeah, and I've skipped. I have not watched Alien Shark's Death Down Under yet.
Okay.
I like that guy Forrest Galante. Overall, I like him. I just haven't.
I want to see the one with Point and Starboard.
Yeah, so they're in. Like I said, they're in Great White Reign of Terror and
Right.
And also in Air Jaws: The Hunt for the Colossus.
Okay.
So
yeah,
they're mentioned on the Great White Assassin deal as well. But
so overall, like if you take out Dancing with Sharks, it was a solid B+ week.
Good. Yeah, fucking Dancing with Sharks was atrocious.
Yeah, that really holding my grading down. I don't think me watching Alien Sharks Death Down Under is going to save it.
Guy was trying to do a moonwalk underwater with a shark on his ass. I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, like I said, Franken Shark is fun. It's fun, and you got at the end of it, I'm like, yeah, let's make this movie. And then
Franken Shark versus Werewolf. I'm down.
Yeah. Florida's Death Beach. James, you should definitely watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Yeah, watch that. Watch that with Lux next time.
yeah, Delray Beach. We're right there. We're right on the water too. Nah, I'm good.
Then go push your cooler full of beer in the ocean. Tell them to go get it.
Yeah. No. Push Tony Khan in the water. Tell Lux to go get it.
Sometimes pork chop around your ankle.
Tony Khan.
The cocaine. I mean,
I'll throw a brick of coke in the water. Go get it, boy.
If you threw Tony Khan in the water, there would just be a cloud of like white.
Oh, then that would go good with MJF in the water and the cloud of
tan.
Orange
yeah.
leaking off his.
I mean, one high shark.
Cocaine shark.
Cocaine shark. I mean, shark swimming in 9 directions. I don't know where to go. Woo! Shark Week rules, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the Nat Geo stuff. So I don't even know what they're doing.
But I tell you what I did watch too is that you got to watch that YouTube video about the megalodon.
Okay.
It's taking new evidence that they've been studying. They've found an entire fucking spinal column of a megalodon.
Oof. Intact?
Pretty much.
Wow.
It's it's the series of discs where wherever they fossilized because they're denser than the rest of the body.
Yeah.
And it's 11 meters long for that spinal column, which that's 33 feet.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
you're talking about a 60-foot shark.
Well, I mean,
50, 60 feet.
They're still thinking that, yeah, maybe between 45 and 60, which, you know, but the really interesting thing is they're saying it is probably, the body was probably longer than we're thinking, and the body shape was more like a lemon shark, which is also a relative. It's in that same genus,
Yeah.
lamniforms, and that is probably a longer, thinner shark that, you know, it takes long sweeping strokes of its tail swimming. So, you know, it was still, you know, eating, you know, the big giant whales from back then and everything. It's just it didn't look like what most people think it did, or had been thinking up until this point. But that's
I
all.
don't know, but
I highly
is it
suggest watch that.
just the idea of a 50-foot fucking carnivore in the ocean swimming? I'm good.
Yeah. Well, like I
Okay.
said, you got to remember. I mean, there were massive whales.
Yeah, yeah.
Back then, you know.
I still can't get over that guy. It was only 16 feet. Only. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
only a 16. Like, stop it.
yeah.
Stop,
Yeah.
stop it. Stop wishing for him to be bigger.
Yeah. You know, like, did we get the 20-footer? Is it 20 feet? Is it 20 foot? No. Pipe down. It'll bite you in the ass.
Because honestly, I'm not a shark expert at all. I just don't see how, like, you keep wishing for these things to be this big. It's like they're not gonna be able to, you know, they're gonna, you know, depending on where they are, you know, it's gonna be hard for them to sustain themselves, you know, a body that size.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's already hard enough on the 16, 18 footers.
That's big. Man, 12-foot great white is big enough. You don't need anything bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for as long as I can remember, the average length of adult great whites is 14 to 16 feet.
That's big, man.
That's a big ass shark, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, because we have so much shared information now, we know that you know, that there's probably, you know, a decent amount of them getting between 16 and 18, and then, you know,
How big is Colossus?
Huh?
How big is Colossus?
I mean, once again, these are all guesstimates, because
Right.
I think part of the problem is nobody really wants to take those accurate laser measurements where they have those two lasers like a foot apart to get a good reading, because I think they're scared that if they do expose that they are only 18, maybe 19 feet at the very most, that people are going to be disappointed. You can say 20 feet all day long until you have to, you know, put the measuring tape on one.
Because nothing but I don't care if Colossus is only 15 feet. That shark is, you see how wide that is?
Yeah.
That fish is wide. That's like fucking 3 cars. That thing is huge.
Yeah. And I mean, and it just, you know, like one, you know, the other thing is, you know, now we're getting this, you know, behavior in orcas. I mean, there are some orcas populations that's what they mostly feed on is shark livers.
Shark livers, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, there's different orcas.
And the orcas grow to what, Zeus? Orcas grow to what? 12 to 15?
18 to 30 feet long.
What?
18 to 30 feet long.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's why.
Well, yeah, it's a whale.
That's why they call it. Yes, they are a whale. They're a porpoise, but they're still a whale.
Yeah.
And the reason they're called that is because they were whale killers.
Yeah.
They would kill the whales, and they would, when the guys that were hunting whales back in the, you know, 1700s and everything, they would let orcas eat the tongues out of these the whales that they were killing for the oil, because that was like their tax for not, you let the orcas have that, well, they're going to let the rest of the body go.
Yeah. Yeah, 30-foot orca. I shit my pants. I'm good.
Yeah.
James, I just let you know that I put that video Zeus was referring to about Megalodon. I put it
in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, because I know you refuse to scroll up, so
it hurts my heart.
When it comes to scrolling up, James is like, "It doesn't work for me, brother," and so
it's
not going to work for me, brother.
This year was they were really without a big name celebrity this year.
What are you talking about? Did they have Darby Allin?
They have Tom Bergeron?
Not a celebrity.
Fucking Tom Bergeron was like, dancing with the Sharks. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Oh, the guy. Yeah. I'm talking about somebody that's like hosting the whole series.
Yeah, no Shaquille O'Neal this year. Yeah.
Shaq, and God, that would have been really funny if they had brought Kevin Hart.
Didn't they have Jason Momoa one year?
Yeah.
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 They had the guy from what was that song?
I don't know.
Crazy Town. The guy from Crazy Town was on 1 year.
What the hell is Crazy Town?
They did that song Butterfly. It was like their only hit. It was from the 90s or the.
I feel like you've told me about this before. I never remember.
Yeah.
I'll have to. Oh yeah, I remember this fucking video. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they had him because he was scared to death of sharks, and they got him in the water.
Fucking song. That's right. Okay. Come, my lady. Come, my lady. Come, my lady.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So Shark Week was going on. Lots of wrestling. Oh yeah, SummerSlams. That's happening too, right?
Yeah.
When is that? Next weekend?
Yeah, I'll be in Delray Beach. I'm staying away from the water though, but I'll be in Delray Beach.
I'm staying away from the water.
I'm staying away from. Hey Zeus, ever since I moved to Florida, I've not stepped foot in the water. I refuse.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of. It's justified in a lot of ways. I mean, the alligators, any number of things. So I mean,
gators, saltwater croc. Plus, 75% of all shark attacks happen in less than 3 feet of water.
Yeah. And do they have? I know Florida has a bit of a problem with boas, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, snake. Yeah, yeah.
So is that in the Orlando area, or is that another part of Florida where that?
That's more towards.
Yeah.
It's not in our area because I'm right by. I'm in the Bermuda Triangle. I'm in the Herpes Triangle. So like I'm right in between the theme parks. So there's not so much here, but outside of the outside of the mainstream area, yeah, it's big. It's big. It's big because it's undeveloped. But it's minimally developed, so it's big. Well, I'm at it's overdeveloped, so you don't get that. But you do get the occasional gator in the pool and big fucking turtle in the middle of the road and the huge snakes hanging out in the trees in the backyard. Yeah.
Double B Echo Gate Studios, Brian Bell, he's saying TNA had a big pay-per-view. That's right, they had a pay-per-view.
See, they had a big pay-per-view and and their top two world champions don't even work for the company. That's hot. JC Jane is the NXT and the TNA Knockouts champ, and fucking Trick and they retained. So look at that. Now, I know what's funny about that is that the tag team champions, the Hardy Boys, you got the new X Division. That you get the brand new X Division champion Leon Slater, and the TNA International champion Steve Mac and Cheese, all formed an alliance to stop the invasion of NXT employees coming to TNA. So, I smell a war games happening soon.
What?
I smell war games. TNA versus NXT. I smell it.
You know now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't Slammiversary always been their big one?
Yeah. That Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory is the one they always claim is the big one, but
Okay,
I don't know why. I mean,
I don't, because I'm not making fun or nothing. I always thought the Slammiversary was the big one. But they're saying that that Bound for Glory this year is going to be bigger than Slammiversary.
This comes up every year with TNA or Impact, whichever version we're talking through the years. Okay.
Yeah.
They the fans, the more casual fans, not the hardcore TNA fans, right? But the more casual fans, we always assume Slammiversary is the big one, right? Because of the name. Slammiversary sounds like a big show that this promotion's going to have. It's like, oh, it's their anniversary. It's their biggest show. But it's not. The company always insists, no, Bound for Glory is our WrestleMania. But I feel like the greater wrestling fan always assumes Slammiversary is the WrestleMania. So I feel like there's this disconnect, right? There's just always going to be this disconnect. The company feels it's this, and their fans feel it's this, but everyone else is like, oh, it should be this thing.
You want to talk about disconnect, Pedro? I think they missed the boat on pulling the trigger on Mike Santana winning GNA's trap in New York. I mean, that was the perfect opportunity to do so.
That's what most people feel, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you missed out on an opportunity. You know?
Hey.
You're the biggest audience ever for pay-per-view for that company. You had a guy from New York and the pay-per-view in New York, and you didn't pull the trigger.
Right, but also if you really are saying that Bound for Glory is your biggest show, right?
Right.
Then you build on this, because if they just sit there and go, okay, that was our best show ever, that was our biggest show ever, and then just sink back into complacency, well, they're never going to get bigger. They're never going to get the TV deal they want. They're never going to get TKO to buy them out or whatever their end game is. I think that they have to do something to make this Bound for Glory big. And of course they got we got 220 years worth of Dudleys and Hardys that are going to have a damn ladder match at Bound for Glory for the tag team titles. And whatever it is, maybe it's going to be maybe it's just going to be Santana versus Trick Williams. Maybe somebody will swoop in, like pull an Edge at One Night Stand and take out Trick Williams for the winner.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of had like the mission. They accomplished the mission of having the biggest show ever. Now they had to really kind of couple that with making an even bigger show. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know where it's at. I don't know what the size of the arena is or whatever, but
I hear what you're saying, Zeus. Like I'm not going to disagree with what you're saying. That they set up their biggest audience, right, in a way for this show, the one that the Slammiversary, and their idea was, well, let's pivot, well, not pivot, but let's use this as the to build up to our actual biggest show, or what they feel is their biggest show. But I feel like, as we were saying, this thing is going to keep coming up every year. People are going to naturally assume Slammiversary is their WrestleMania, and they're going to keep saying, "But no, it's this other thing." And I mean,
Slammiversary is a better name.
well, yeah.
Mhm.
And again, like I said, people assume we assume it's the anniversary of the promotion. It's natural to assume, oh, this is the big show.
Yeah.
Do you sacrifice their TNA versus NXT story for a little cash, and when you could do it on the biggest show? And is AJ facing X Champ at Bound? Good question. B. Brian Blair. I don't know. I know AJ's facing Dom at SummerSlam for the IC strap. I say put all belts on Dom, so that's that. As Pedro said in the chat, put all the belts. Get Don all the belts. Have him be the male version of Mercedes Hornet. I don't know. I mean, I'm interested in seeing the NXT versus TNA War Games. That would be kind of cool.
Apparently, Zeus, you were saying you didn't know where that show was going to be. Apparently, Bound for Glory, October 12th, will be at Lowell, Massachusetts.
Lowell, Massachusetts.
At the Songa Center.
Yeah.
Apparently, let's see, it can hold up to 10,000 people.
Nice.
Yeah, but so could the UBC Arena. So they didn't fill that. Now I don't know if they could have, but you know.
No, they couldn't.
No, right?
I think that. I mean, I think they really got the maximum amount of people out of it that they could have. That's 7,000 plus.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they could get another 7, maybe an 8 for this one. We'll just have to kind of wait and see.
They got till October. That's kind of a long ways off.
Yeah.
But they don't, their super shows are not that close together.
Right.
What they should do is put a show in the Hammerstein Ballroom, have Mike Santana go over there. That's what they should have done. In New York City, across the street from the Garden, Hammerstein Ballroom, boom.
Yeah, but does that feel right for TNA though?
No, I mean, but are you taking this? Like Pedro said, it. That's a long time, to wait. Are you missing the boat on this whole Santana thing? Because he's not going to be hotter than he is now.
Well, I mean, I wasn't saying necessarily to do anything in between. I was just saying that I was just thinking logically. Wow, that is a long time in terms of the attention span of wrestling fans and stuff.
But you're right, though. I mean, he's the hottest he's going to be is right now.
Well, but you already said that they likely missed the moment.
Yeah.
So I mean, which is very TNA, and it's very pro wrestling in general. Pro wrestling misses the moment for lots of people a lot of times. So it just seems like one of those things.
I still wanted more mileage out of Moose versus Obafemi. They had me hooked, and they just dropped it. I don't know why. So
didn't Moose job to Obafemi?
Yeah, but that whole thing lasted like 2 weeks, and then they just went on. I was like, okay. Didn't get any mileage out of it.
I mean, not for nothing, James, but NXT does not get a lot of mileage out of a lot of things. Under
No,
Shawn,
they don't.
things don't. But I think that's because they keep calling people up and stuff, so they don't really.
I don't think they have the chance to really. I don't think that they can afford long-term booking in NXT because people get called up, like you say. So
Long-term booking that only
yeah,
exists at AEW, James.
Oh yeah, that angle lasted 3 weeks. That's long-term booking. Oh, I miss Flair Steamboat.
Y'all mentioned SummerSlam. I do have the card pulled up.
Yeah.
It says night 1, August 2nd. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's title. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Oh shoot, I gotta go. Sorry.
Uh-oh. It's the plumber. Who is it? Yeah, Land Shark.
Land Shark.
Oh man, yeah, SummerSlam should be interesting.
Yeah, I think we got some questions. Because like everything with both women's titles is kind of has more to do with the Bianca, Naomi, and Jade Cargill thing than anybody else. And
Yeah,
so
that's why you can't take the title off of Naomi.
right.
Otherwise, you throw a monkey wrench in the whole thing.
But at the
Now,
time, will Naomi cost Jade the title against?
that's interesting. That's interesting.
Or
Remember, Naomi's got to defend against Stephanie Victoria at Clash of Paris. That should be interesting. So Jake could come back and cause an issue there.
Yeah, but she's not losing to Stephanie
Victoria. No.
But the real potential thing is that it could be Naomi against Jade, 2 champions.
Could be, yeah. Could be. So, yeah, but I saved that for WrestleMania, right?
Potentially, yeah. That would be the biggest audience because right now there's nothing bigger than SummerSlam until Royal Rumble, but usually the individual matches are really overshadowed by the 2 Rumbles.
Right. Yeah.
So, out of the big 4, that there's a potential for something to happen at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
There's a real potential.
You could do something there. Yeah. Because that's something that's really big as because that's part of the big 4, like you say. Yeah. So yeah.
Because it's really interesting now because before when we were all concerned about how many pay-per-views they're going to sell. It's the business isn't like that anymore. And now they have with the subscription to either if you're international and you still have the network or Peacock or whatever you have, that's not the real money generator. I think that these live crowds are getting.
Yeah. Well, they got there's no house shows at all this week. They got the Fan Fest set up all week long for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Fan Fest. It's like WrestleMania. Fan Fest and appearances and talk shows and this and that.
Yeah, I mean,
So
they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot with this. Especially with it being 2 days, and I think that they're you know they're able to do different things now than they could before. Where these actual live events are becoming really important again.
yeah, yeah, makes
So
sense.
so you kind of have to create this ebb and flow. Where the big ones have to take precedent, because we don't know how many more. Will they try to do 2-day events for more? Will they try to do a 2-day Rumble? Will they try to do a 2-day Survivor Series?
Yeah, yeah,
And get these massive crowds. Now, of course, it's going to be harder in the colder months.
yeah,
Um, but it's still potential. In the warmer states.
yeah. You can host Survivor Series down in Atlanta or Florida or California.
Florida.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, is it Survivor this year? Is it in San Diego?
what's that? Survivor
Is it
Series.
Survivor Series? Yeah, is it Survivor Series this year in San Diego?
About
There's some big event happening in San Diego this year.
Yep, it is. It's going to be November 29th.
Yeah, so at Petco Park, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. They're doing a stadium show for Survivor Series. So boom. So I mean, I see your point right there.
Yeah.
I don't think they made. I don't think they did. I don't think they need to make that 2 days. But I can see them eventually trying to.
Yeah. So
The big
being,
four.
it's being billed as a War Games pay-per-view also.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see.
So that would be the thing, is eventually you're going to look at, if you're going to continue to do War Games at Survivor Series, and if you do it 2 days, then the women's can be on one night and the men's can be on the other.
Yeah. On the other, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's an idea. That's
So
an idea.
what is
And
the
they'll end up doing that with the Rumble too. You know that, right?
right? So Petco Park is another 40,000 seat.
Mm-hmm. We'll configure it differently though, right? They'll have it configured different.
Yeah, kind of
You
looking.
figure with the infield seating and the entrance and the long, like the long walkway. Like how they did the Rumble that year. I forgot what stadium it was, but they had the Rumble and the entrances. They were using they were coming out of the dugouts. Remember?
Mm.
What year was that? That's when Edge made the surprise return.
Oh God, that had to be like 2020 or something.
Something like that, right? Yeah. I forgot what stadium it was. But it was
So,
configured in a way where all the entrance came out of the dugout.
so last year the Survivor Series was Rogers Arena in British Columbia.
Right. Okay. So that means another year on the West Coast. Look at that. Could be their West Coast staple.
year before that, it was in Rosemont, Illinois.
Mm. All right. But we'll see. But we'll see what they're gonna do. Oh, but there's gonna be and it's kind of fitting because it's the 25th anniversary. The first TLC match at SummerSlam, but they added a TLC match last night, SummerSlam, where it's all the tag teams from the SmackDown roster are involved.
Oh, really?
So I think it's like so I think it's like 6 teams.
That's going to be a cluster.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Fraxium, it's the DIY, it's the Street Profits, it's the Wyatt Six, it's the Motor City Machine Guns, and Phoenix and Andrade.
Did you say the Motor Shitty?
Yeah. Yeah, Motor City Machine Guns. And Andrade and Phoenix.
Hello, Shitty Walk. May I help you? Did you watch that video of El Grande Americano?
Yeah, I saw that. Fucking Luke Big Kaiser, he's killing it, man.
He is more popular in Mexico than he is in America.
He should never be Luke Big Kaiser again. Even when Chad Gable comes back, he should stick to El Grande Americano. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, well I think now you bring back Chad Gable, and then he of course gets to completely deny that he was ever
Yeah,
Grande Americano.
yeah, exactly, right. Oh, because Kaiser's killing it. He actually that was the first time I heard a German speak such good Spanish.
Right?
I was like, and he's singing. I was like, look at this shit. Oh man! And he had the crowd singing with him.
I still got stuff going on, but I just wanted to say lots of Europeans know like a gazillion different languages, so it's not that surprising.
Really? Yeah, but I've never heard a German speak so well such good Spanish. I'm gonna have Spanish, but my Spanish ain't that good.
My mom spoke like Spanish, French, English, Latin. Like she spoke like all kind of stuff. So like, yeah, it's not a huge deal. Anyway.
I speak pizza and beer. That's it.
I only speak two languages: English and bad English.
Yeah, English and bad English. But yeah, I mean, so I think it's like 6 tag teams, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, the Garzas put out an open challenge for next week for anybody, on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or AAA to come.
That should be. We can get a team up from AAA. That'd be kind of hot.
Yeah.
No?
And I watched them cut a promo together, and it was really good because like they're all 3 of them speak English really well.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a good thing. And they had Santos Escobar with them and everything.
Yeah.
So, and then this Psycho Clown is on this this farewell tour in AAA. So we'll have to see what we'll have to see what happens with that, because he could pop up in the Rumble, he could pop up before.
I was just about to ask you. You think it's possible him and / or Mr. Iguana could pop up at the Rumble?
Yeah. But they're having El Grande Americano, sending him down there. Natalia just went down there.
Yeah.
This working agreement between it's not a working agreement. I mean, they own it.
Yeah.
But the way that the way everything's going now, I mean, it's much better overall than how AEW eventually it's
No, AEW shit the bed with AAA. So
yeah, I mean it's kind of a mess in the first place, but still.
but I'm liking it so far. I mean, it's not crazy. There's nothing out of hand. Like going too crazy nuts. I don't mind the gauzes with the AAA belts. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. They defended it. What?
Because they them being the tag team champions, they're carrying those belts, right? Not as a nanny boo boo. Now this makes us the greatest of all time bullshit, like fart.
Right. Oh, well, yeah.
So,
But that's a whole other discussion.
so it's just it's just a different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
It just feels different, and the fact that it had the Worlds Collide pay-per-view, and it just seems like there's no rush to do anything drastic, but
No.
but them build each other up, helping, having WWE Town on there, it's obviously helping.
But now, Zeus, you're going to host Survivor Series in San Diego. This is a hop, skip, and a jump. So I mean, things can happen. People can show up.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, and also we got Dominic Mysterio is now in the main event for Triple Mania.
Yeah.
For the Mega
Put the belt on him.
So.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, we all knew Alberto wasn't going to last, so that was that.
Oh no, absolutely.
You knew that wasn't happening for long. They found a way to get the strap off him, and then they had to find a way to make him leave.
I mean, you just don't. I mean, I think he lost a Loser Leaves Town to Elmas.
Yeah, well, he was still. He never. His contract never converted to a WWE contract, right? It was still AAA.
I don't know.
That was the thing they were saying. I could have sworn they were saying that because, like, they said over 80% of the roster, the AAA roster, had their contracts converted to WWE contracts. Only a handful of people didn't. So I'm assuming it's one of them because they wanted him out. Like, bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
So El Macias, beat Alberto Del Patron,
Right.
July 25th, and that was Loser Leaves AAA.
They'll let this.
That's right.
So they got rid of him. Bye. Put the strap on Dominic. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, Vikingo's got it for now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'll probably retain.
But if not Dominic, put it on El Grande Americano.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
I mean, he's in the match. I mean,
that would be awesome. Can you imagine?
All the horn rim fucking Karens in America will be so mad.
People will lose their shit. I'm all in.
He's just going to sell more T-shirts in Mexico. But,
Yeah,
but
I'm all in.
But people up here are going to lose their mind,
I'm all in. I'm all in. Put the bell on Grande Americano. That'd be awesome.
That would be hilarious. Man.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be great.
Have it drop it at Survivor Series.
Right? Oh man, what if Psycho Clown is the guy to take it off of him?
Oh no! No, Zeus. No. No.
I'm just saying,
Oh, woo.
he's running around with that mask. That mask has got the WWE logo on every one of
It does. It does. Yeah, it does.
So,
You know what? Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, because I think I don't know what his English speaking level is. So he needs something to really get him over in America. Because
You can find a way. You can find a way to get him over.
Well, that's the thing is you got to kind of find a way because I think that he's either going to be really popular with young kids, or it's just not gonna work. I don't.
Right.
I think he's gonna have to be a super baby face. I think he's gonna have to be over with the kids. It's kind of a shame they can't. I bet they can't get insurance for his flaming guitar. Maybe just on the ramp.
Yeah. Well, you have to stop ripping off his mask. One.
Yeah,
that's for starters.
So.
And two, he has to be a less violent version of himself. And three, he can't be Doink.
No, he can't. He can't be an evil clown. He just has to.
No.
Like I said, he's got to kind of be that kid-friendly.
Yeah.
I think that's where you want to take him. Or, it's either that or he's going to have to be a really big-time heel. So I don't know. I think they start. I mean, me personally, I would start him out as a babyface.
I'm making the babyface who cheats.
They all cheat, James.
Yeah. He'll blow a balloon under the ref, and when the ref's trying to get the balloon out the way, he'll poke somebody in the eyes.
I think the rule book was completely burnt in like 1994.
Yeah, that's all done.
I think all the rest of the remnants have been,
Know what's funny?
What's that?
The biggest superhero wrestling of all time, Hulk Hogan, as a babyface, was a notorious cheater. He used to rake the eyes, scrape the back, low blows, everything.
I remember him doing too many low blows, but yeah, poking the eyes, throwing the guy over the top rope. Remember, he used to give Jesse the Body Ventura. He used to give him fucking palpitations. He'd cheat.
Yeah.
The raking the fingers across the back was a big thing. Hogan.
Yeah.
But I mean, they literally had to change.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
They had to change the rules in WWF because Hogan wouldn't stop throwing guys over the top rope.
Oh, right.
I mean, they're just like, he just grab him and just take him, throw him out over the ring. And the referee's just looking around like, I can't disqualify him. We can't let fucking, George South get a fucking win over Hulk Hogan on TV because he got thrown over the top rope here. What the hell?
Did George South job to Hogan? Like did he do jobber duty for Hogan? I never.
I don't know if he did. I mean, who jobbed much for Hogan anyway? I mean, he didn't wrestle many jobbers.
Yeah,
but I mean, way back in those early 84, 85, 86 era, I think he did some guys.
I'm just trying to see if I can find this match. did find Hulk Hogan versus George the Animal Steel. People making some really weird AI Hulk Hogan versus Rhea Ripley, atomic dropping her onto like a traffic cone.
I remember Hulk Hogan versus Kamala.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming y'all finished running down SummerSlam. Y'all got that taken care of?
I mean, I think we talked about it.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, we finished our own version.
We talked about the fact that the women's titles are both involved with the Naomi, Jade, and Bianca.
Yeah.
Tribe. So we were saying is Jade going to win? Win over Tiffany, or is Naomi going to cost her the belt? Are they they're going to have them both be champions and head to one big championship match, or who knows?
I still feel one of either Jade or Bianca is going to end up with one of the belts, because I feel like they're going to eventually build to Jade Bianca at WrestleMania. That's just what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong though.
It's very possible.
That's possible.
Because I think that Bianca's kind of been in the she's kind of been in the shadows of this, how it's been heating up between Naomi and Jade.
Because the injury, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, did y'all hear about her injury? She was saying that like her finger, I can't remember which finger it is like all stiff, and so she can't get back to wrestling yet because
it broke and it didn't heal the right way. It wasn't set the right way. Yeah, so it's all stiff and it won't move, and it's crazy. They might have to re-break it and reset it again.
I mean, it's kind of crazy because you would think, oh, it's not that big of an injury, and yet it's turning into a bigger deal than.
Well, yeah, because that's her hands. Everything, the move is predicated on her hands. All moves are predicated on what you can hold.
I mean, how many wrestlers have we seen do stuff with broken hands and broken foot, and then here we. Last week, the G1 climax was just starting. And,
Lord, here we go.
And I told you guys the results of night one, where Yoshihashi defeated Shingo Takagi in under 5 minutes.
That's shameful.
Drilla Maloney defeated Great O'Khan, and Ren Narita defeated Zack Sabre Jr. And then inexplicably Tanahashi defeated Taichi, because the retiring Tanahashi has so much greater ceiling than Taichi, I guess. But have y'all want to hear some of the results that have happened since night one?
Yeah, I'll be watching a few of the matches down in Delray, so why not? Go ahead.
So in night two, Callum Newman defeated Tanahashi in 7 minutes. So Tanahashi beat Taichi in the main event of night one to lose the opening match of night two in like 7 minutes.
Quality booking.
Drilla Maloney defeated Shota Umino. Oleg Bolton defeated Oiwa. How do you say that name, Zeus? The Oiwa. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say the. It's Oiwa. Is Zeus gone?
Sorry, I had to grab something to drink. I was parched.
Was trying to figure out how to spell how to say Oiwa's name. I don't know how to say it.
Iowa? Iowa, right?
Not Iowa.
Say it again.
Not Iowa.
Oiwa.
Not Iowa. Iowa.
And okay, so hey, Yoshihashi. Remember he beat Shingo in under 5 minutes on night one?
Quality.
Guess who he beat in 1 minute and 26 seconds in night two?
Lord.
he defeated Ren Narita, who defeated Zack Sabre Jr., your world champion, in night one in
Jesus fucking Christ.
the second night. In
Let's hope
1 minute.
Yoshihashi wins the G1.
David Finlay defeated Sonata. Great Okan defeated Shingo Takagi. Evil defeated Yota Tsuji. El Phantasmo defeated Takashita, who defeated Gabe Kidd in the night one. And then Taichi won the main event of night two, defeating Yuya Yamura.
Oh, Yamura? Yeah.
Yeah. And then, what?
Aren't they both in just 5 guys?
I don't think that group exists anymore, does it?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Night 3, you had a bunch of tags, and then you had Oiwa. I can't say Oiwa. Oiwa.
Iowa.
He defeated Callum Newman. Oleg Bolton defeated Tanahashi. Sonata defeated Evil. Taichi defeated David Finlay, and Yota Tsuji defeated Umura. Night 4, Yoshihashi defeated Drilla Maloney. Ren Narita defeated El Phantasmo. Takashita defeated Great Okan. And Shota Umino defeated Zack Sabre Jr. These results are crazy. The people who are on losing streaks here. Night 5, Oleg Bolton defeated Sonata. Umura defeated Callum Newman. Evil defeated Taichi. Yota Tsuji defeated Owa. And Tanahashi defeated Finlay. And then I guess Gabe Kidd is injured, so he's out of the tournament. So people are now winning those matches by forfeit. And so the most recent one, let's see, Great Okan defeated Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi finally lost. Can you believe it? To Great Okan.
Stunning.
Zack Sabre Jr. won a match. That's shocking. He defeated El Phantasmo. Ren Narita defeated Shota Umino, and Takashita defeated Shingo Takagi. So it's all over the place. Some head-scratching booking there.
Okay, so
New Japan. What happened to you?
So in June, Doki left to join House of Torture, and Taichi and won the tag team titles with Ishii. And then at a press conference afterwards, Taichi and Uemura confirmed they were moving to New Japan's main unit, thereby disbanding just 5 guys.
Okay.
Okay. Doke.
So just 5 guys no longer serving burger and fries.
Brutal. Oh, man. Wrestling.
Hey, let's talk about some more weird booking. Because James and I watched something live this week, early in the morning.
Talk about Love Island.
No, it's not Love Island. It's not Love Island.
I thought I was going to take a nitroglycerin after this match.
So, Stardom had a show in Kurikan Hall that they aired for free on YouTube live. It was also streaming on Stardom World. That's where I was watching it, but apparently YouTube had a better quality feed. So that's
I was watching it on YouTube.
But
I was watching the link you sent.
Yeah, and then so Azumi defended the New Japan Strong title against Bozilla in the semi-main event. And Azumi is like 4'11", maybe just a hair under 5 feet tall. And Bozilla is like what, maybe 5'10" or something like that, 5'10", 5'11", somewhere in there. It's like a foot taller, basically. And who knows, multiple times larger than Azumi. And
she's 3 times the thickness.
Yeah. You would assume, logically that this would be, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you could have gone about this, but a 20-minute back and forth match with Azumi pinning Bozilla clean as a whistle was not what I would have done with this match. What did you think, James?
First of all, it was horribly booked. Okay, you got that much of a size disparages, then you have a big man match. If you want to get Azumi over, fine. Then have Bozilla beat the shit out of her as she should, and then have ACM do a surprise pin. That's how you do it. Not AGM getting up after 2 straight power bombs. Not having Bozilla have to bend down so Azumi can kick him in the face. No.
Zeus, you didn't see this match, did you?
No.
So you can watch it on YouTube if you want to, but like Bozilla kept having to for multiple moves, he kept having to like bend down or get into
bend down so Azumi can reach.
That, like, if it happens once or twice, you can suspend disbelief to some extent. But it was so many times she had to get into positions for moves to be done because of the size difference. And they attempted the destroyer twice, and it both times was just awful. The worst destroyers I've ever seen. Like
Azumi was trying to get Bozilla in the middle of the ring. Bozilla had to leap in the air and land in the middle of the ring to act like AZM pushed her. Okay? Hey, Pedro, don't get me started on the exchange.
Oh, yeah, the strike.
Both sitting down. Yeah, that was... Yeah, if Bozilla hits you in the face, you should not get up.
Well, and you know, James, the first 5 or 7 minutes, anytime Bozilla hit her, she flew across the ring, right?
Yeah.
Which is how it should be, right?
How it should be. Right.
But then, of course, because it's modern wrestling, then it's like, they can start taking it or whatever. Which, I have a feeling if we start punching each other. It's not like we're gonna can take more punishment the longer it goes.
Ain't nobody hulking up if we start punching each other. Nobody's gonna hulk up and say, "Give me more." No, I'm gonna fall flat on my ass and tap out.
Oh, but also like your flesh is gonna get bruised. Like you're gonna have like a little bleeding and stuff under your skin and things like that. Like your flesh is gonna get bruised. It's gonna hurt. I mean. Anyone who's done, like contact kind of sports things in their life understands this. I feel, like they used to show us how to like punch people to make like the blood vessels break in their arms and stuff. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, just whatever. But it was a weird wrestling trope. But
it was horribly booked. That match should have never went down like that. And this is why Bozilla needs to leave and go to NXT. Got the bullshit. That was horrible.
She's in the 5-star Grand Prix that starts tomorrow, but
nah, I'm good. I pass.
You just have to wonder what they're thinking, because like even if you look throughout the history of big gaijin in men's pro wrestling in Japan. Nobody's ever just, been the much smaller wrestler and tried to fucking just, get themselves over by looking undefeatable. I mean, can you imagine somebody like, Osamu Kido trying to fucking no-sell fucking Bruiser Brody?
Yeah, okay.
Would have whooped his ass.
Well,
Azumi better. It was getting to that point where it was almost like a no-sell because she had 2 sit-up power bombs and Azumi got up.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, and to add some context to this a little bit, when Bozilla showed up in Stardom, there was Neo Genesis is the stable that Azumi's in with Starlight Kid and Miyu Amasaki and Mei Sarah. And they were having a match, like a unit match against Mi Vida Loco, which is Suzu Suzuki and some other folks. And Bozilla showed up for Suzu Suzuki's group to help them win. and they had the finish of that match is like all the heels, or not, they're not heels, but all that stable hit all their finishers on Starlight Kid, and one of them was Bozilla killing her with the last ride power bomb. Held her like gazillion feet up in the air and then destroyed poor little Starlight Kid with it. And Starlight Kid gets pinned and stuff because she's been hit with all these finishers. She's dead meat. Starlight Kid will sell stuff, so whatever. But like, so if you go from your unit leader, which is Starlight Kid, being destroyed by Bozilla and everyone else, and then now Azumi is like can survive these power bombs, which destroyed your unit leader. That's just like weird modern wrestling logic or whatever. It's not logic. It's just the way people view modern wrestling.
Pure pee-pee caca. I was not impressed. I was like, this is weak. The fact that Bozilla had to consistently drop to one knee so Zumi could kick her in the face. That's what got me. That's what, out of nowhere, Pedro, out of nowhere, she dropped to one knee.
It happened a lot. It happened a lot.
You don't have the hops to drop kick Bozilla in the face.
She had to try. It was, oh my God.
Do you remember who was the girl with the bunny girl from TNA, and then she was in AEW? Was her name Allie?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
She used to have some moves, and people would praise the moves, and I used to complain about it. You guys may recall, because the opponent always had to like her super kick. People used to say she had a great super kick, and people had to bend down. Her opponents had to bend down for her to hit the super kick because she couldn't get her leg up very high. And I used to complain about it because I was like, well, what's the point of having this move if you can't even lift your leg up in the air very high? I mean, I feel like that's a logical, reasonable complaint to make about using that move. If you can't lift your leg up very high for a kick, then why is a kick in your like that in your offense?
Yeah, it shouldn't be in your repertoire, right? If you can't make it look good, then take it out of your repertoire.
Azumi can kick most of the people reasonably well. I mean, she's been kicking people since she's like 10 or 11 years old. But most of the people are around her height, or just
right.
Taller.
If it's the same height, then fine. But if you're a foot smaller, you got to get down on your knees so you can probably kick you in the head. Don't do the spot.
Well, yeah,
don't do the spot.
Why not kick her leg or something instead? Like,
there you go. See, that makes sense.
Kick her elbow, something like that. Like something that Azumi's offense goes to stuff towards people's arm anyways. Like her submissions are based around the arm. So why is she having to kick the Bozilla in the head? Why did they even go like, well, let's do the destroyer on Bozilla? Like, how would she ever gain enough momentum?
Did you see how Bozilla's you saw the muscles in Bozilla legs flexed just to get herself over for the destroyer?
What about the Poison Rana spot, James?
Oh my God,
that was ridiculous. It's like,
that was horrible. That was horrible.
How is she gonna generate enough momentum to pull this off?
Pedro, NXT. This is why. You see? This is why. And leave her in there for like fucking 2 years.
Yeah,
horrible.
Was not great. It was not. I don't know. Enough people were saying online that Azumi was probably going to win because it's her first title defense. That I knew it was possible, but
without doing shit like this, there's ways of doing it.
I wouldn't have booked the match myself. I wouldn't have booked the match, especially right before a tournament. Like, wouldn't you want to save her getting a surprise loss like for that tournament? Now any girl under the sun can beat her, right? I mean, if Azumi is beating her, can anyone beat her?
Right.
Horrible.
Yeah. Sorry, I put you through.
I want to see. Yeah, man, that just got me upset all over again. I was so upset. 7 in the morning, I'm having heart palpitations over fucking a match of Starlight. I want to see this is why she belongs to NXT, so we can watch her against a sizable opponent like a Last Legend. So somebody that's equal in size, you know? No fucking, I'm going to jump up for you. That's like yesterday, right? I was watching the clips online this morning. So Jelly Roll was on SmackDown. So he's in the ring with Logan Paul, and Jelly Roll means no Bad Bunny in the ring, okay? So he's trying to do these moves.
Pretty terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not
So,
code it, okay?
so I, as much as we hate Logan Paul, but I got to give him all the credit in the world. He earned his paycheck yesterday. Jelly Roll didn't do a damn thing. All Jelly Roll did was stick out his arm, he sticked out his elbow, and he sidestepped to the left. And Logan Paul bumped all over the place for him.
Jelly Roll went to the Junkyard Dog late 1980s school of wrestling without moving.
Yeah. You got it, sis. You got it. He didn't do it. His feet never left the position. It was funny.
His soles never left. He shuffled. He shuffled
yes,
out like a heavy penguin.
Yes,
I don't want to see this now.
Poor Logan Paul had to bump all over the place for this guy. Fucking Logan Paul was bringing on the sweat, but just from bumping, and Jelly Roll did not move. Oh man, he clotheslined him. Jelly Roll didn't move. He shoulder tackled him. Jelly Roll didn't move.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, damn. Help the guy out. I hope you buy him dinner. Jesus. Because he's making you look like $1 million, and you just shuffled your toe from left to right. Yeah, that was all you did. Horrible. Horrible. Ozilla belongs in NXT. That was disgusting. I started on that. Looking at Zumi. She's yelling around, screaming, ah! You got a power bomb from the Empire State Building. You get up at 2. Get out of here. No.
From the Empire State Building. If you, James, if you ever see the clip of her power bombing a Starlight Kid from that thing I talked about, it does kind of look like that because Starlight Kid's like 4'10".
She's like, ah!
Oh man. There's too many tournaments going on. I just wanted to throw this out there because you have the G1 going on. I think Noah has a tournament starting soon, which, by the way, I haven't seen it, but I think Kenta just won the title in Noah. I haven't seen it, but oh, we lost Zeus. Or Zeus, are you back? Zeus?
Yo.
Okay, James.
Okay, there you go.
We had a power outage, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a Zoomy.
It was a Zoomy. She was.
It was momentary, but it cut out my internet and everything.
Right. Oh well, I was just saying. I think Kenta won the title in Noah. I believe. I think he just won the title.
Well, who the hell else is going to win the damn thing?
Zeus, you will believe this, but in this week, Noah has changed that top title twice. It was on a guy called Ozawa, and he lost it to some guy that people don't like, and then he dropped the title to this guy named Kenoh, Kenoh.
Oh, Keno, yeah.
Keno, okay.
It's the blonde-haired guy that always wears the red.
Yeah, so he dropped it to him, and then days later, Keno drops it to Kenta. It's my understanding of how this happened. Let's see, GHC heavyweight title.
Let
me see. I gotta get the The Reigns.
How long until Kenta shows up at NXT with his belt?
So see, Kino won it on July 19th, and then Kenta won it July 20th. So he won it the next day after that.
Oh, he was a Kane title holder. He did it like Kane. Held it for one day.
I just heard about it this morning. I didn't know it happened like so many days ago. But oh yeah, there's too many tournaments going on. I think Noah has a tournament going on or about to start, and then Stardom is about to start the 5-star Grand Prix. Tokyo Joshi Pro is also starting this week in their tournament, which is like the Princess of Princess tournament or whatever. And then the Marigold is starting a tournament in this next week, the Dream Star Grand Prix. It's just tournaments everywhere. There's too many tournaments right now. Just want to complain. Total. There's too many tournaments.
So you switch it up a little bit. I don't want to. I'm not crazy. We talked about this last week. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I am a bit short of a 6-pack. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not crazy about going to see Superman. I spoke to you about that, but I think I might go see Fantastic Four.
Oh, really?
Yeah, something's drawing me to watch that. I don't know why.
I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with modern.
Not interested, no.
It looks pretty shitty to me, but I mean, yeah, I hope you enjoy that.
I mean, we got to give something a chance, right? I mean, we know what's coming out.
That was so fast. Nope.
This is getting no love. This is giving no love. That's it. He's done.
James,
I'm tired of people going, okay, well, we want to take these fucking types of people and we want to put them inside of these other goddamn characters and just use their outward looks to change them completely from what you've been used to.
Yeah. I can't argue that. I cannot argue that.
Fuck Mr. Peepers Superman. Fuck Pedro Pascal and every goddamn thing he does for the rest of his life. I don't give
Holy shit, the rest of his life.
That's right. I'm fucking tired of it.
What if he does Narcos zombie inversion?
I like Narcos. He was the man in Narcos. He was the man in Narcos.
He was good in that, and that was the last fucking thing he was good at.
Oh man.
I'm more burnt out on Pedro Pascal than I am of sugar. And sugar can actually kill me.
Damn.
Ooh, this is not enough. He's done.
Fucking.
This is done.
Fucking.
Oh man.
You don't like how they did Galactus?
I don't like any of it.
You don't like any of it at all? Damn.
I don't like any of it. Galactus looks okay, but that's not enough reason for me to go watch a movie.
Fair enough.
James, whatever you're interested in, you should pursue. So if you want to see the movie, you should watch it.
I'm just curious about Galactus. I want to see if they did him, somewhat decent. Because he actually looks like Galactus now,
Right.
As opposed to the big fucking cloud.
If you keep watching YouTube long enough, somebody's going to release a 10-minute cut with all Galactus footage from this movie.
Yeah, true.
But it won't be the same. It won't be the same. I mean,
you won't have to watch the other bull crap, stupid character assassination horse shit.
We know I'm not going to watch any of it, so I mean, it's
set on a different Earth too, which is a little different. So
it's set on a different Earth.
Yeah. So
we're not in like the regular MCU. We're in like a different thing.
No. Supposedly, they come through to the regular MCU at the end of the movie, but it's on a totally different Earth.
Okay.
So
I'm so done. I'm fucking done.
Zeus. Now, Zeus, I think
Zeus is
there's
still
gonna be
pissed about
something for
Predator
you.
Badlands. That's what it is. He's still pissed about Badlands.
What about? But you know what, Zeus? There is a movie coming for in the future you're gonna love. I think it's a TV show. James, isn't it called Predator Love Island? I think.
Yeah, but that stars Chris Hansen.
That's a reference people aren't going to even remember now.
They're not gonna get that. That was good. Zeus. That was
The
good.
Youch is going to come in and say, "Hey,
That
how would you
was
like?
good.
Hey, have a seat. Have a seat. Tell me what you're doing here."
I said, here's the bottles and James.
Right? So,
Oh
we're
shit!
gonna find hard lemonade and condoms in your trunk.
Holy shit! Oh, hey,
Chris
Because
Hansen.
that's what this person posing as a 12-year-old asked you to bring, and you said, "Okay, sounds good to me."
Oh,
we also
Chris
understand
Hansen.
you run some wrestling videos thing. Hey,
Jesus.
before we go,
Hey,
I just wanted.
one other thing. So James, have you seen the trailer for Tron?
No.
All right,
It's out?
after we go off the air, we'll watch that.
We'll watch it when we go off.
It's out. It's out. It's out.
Yeah,
we'll watch
okay.
it when we go off the air.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
getting the copyright strike, but
No, we can't.
yeah, we'll watch it when we go
Is
off
it good,
the
Zeus? Is it good?
It's got potential.
Okay. Okay. Don't get me all amped up, and then it's gonna suck.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for anyone, later today at 6:05 p.m. on the WCW channel on YouTube, they're gonna have World Championship Wrestling from May 10th, 1987. NWA World Champion Ric Flair and Television Champion Arn Anderson hit the ring for tag team competition. Plus, after being frustrated by the James Boys, the Midnight Express take it out on the Mulkeys. Action featuring Nikita Koloff, Ron Garvin, and more.
The Mulkeys, remember them? Oh my god!
Yeah, that'll be good.
Randy Mulkey.
Just don't read the live chat, because that's the biggest bunch of idiots and trolls I've ever seen in my life.
They don't know what they didn't live it back then like we did. They don't know. They have no clue.
I just noticed right now, Fur Real Funnies. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for Real Funny.
For Real Funnies, what's up,
James?
I don't know what. It sounds like he's molesting a balloon or something. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, sorry. I had the Diet Coke bottle underneath my leg. I'm sorry.
Like you got your at home Eurythmia kit. Gonna inflate his own fucking valve stems in his heart.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So James, next week we're not doing the show next week, right? Because you're gonna be in Delray Beach.
Yeah, I'll be in Delray Beach. I'll be watching SummerSlam with Mr. AEW himself. Yeah.
So are you not? You're not spinning on Real House Radio this week, or
no?
Okay.
No. Yeah, because that's Friday. I'll be in Delray Beach.
Right. Zeus, you got anything going on this week?
No, just let me in the studio in the other account.
Yeah. Okay. So what we I have the usual Twitch activities going on. So anyways, everyone, thanks for stopping by at EchoGate Studio /BO5/Brian Bell. For Real Funnies, any lurkers that were out there, thanks for hanging out and listening to us.
Be Brian Blair.
And everyone, take care and adios.
Later.